You feel like now we're playing a what if game, but Kyrie doesn't ask out. You guys improve. You guys had a real shot. Welcome back to the Settlers. As always, I'm your host, Eddie Gonzalez. I'm joined by the newest member of the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant.
In the valley.
In the valley. We're in the desert.
First show in the valley.
I love it. I'm sorry. You love it?
Yeah. It's growing on me, man.
Chill vibes.
Yeah, once I got my living arrangement settled and all my stuff, my personal stuff figured out, I'm kind of settling in now.
Well, let's talk about moving, because you've never been traded, so you've never had that.
Yeah.
What was that situation like? All-Star break probably helps a little bit, but still, that's Super Bowl's out here, everything's going on.
Yeah.
What was that process like?
It was weird, for sure. You hear stories all the time about guys getting traded and what their experience is like. And it was really all just exactly what they said. You just quick turnaround. You get up, go to the city the next day. You try to pack as much stuff as you can. Luckily for me, though, I wasn't playing, so I didn't have to get prepared for a game or anything like that. So, you gotta just a quick turnaround. You in one city and then the next day you're in another city, living the whole, trying to live the same life. So it's part of the business, man. It's part of it, and just over hundreds of players that got traded before, and I've heard so many stories, so they kind of match up with what I went through.
Yeah, I came and seen you because it's like it was that quick. It's like you're gonna be gone, and it was just like a road with so many things. You had a great team, obviously, but there's a lot of things still to handle in New York.
Yeah, it happened so fast. Like you said, the last 4 years, I felt like we've been on the ground just building a family, building just an infrastructure in New York, and it's something that, regardless from there or not, still can sustain, So, it was a lot to leave behind, but stepping into something new, I'm excited about. Looking forward to being back on the West Coast, playing in the Western Conference again. So, it should be fun.
So let's talk about it a little bit, because there's a lot of misconceptions since, from the inside looking out. I think people feel like you were always on your way out. And I know just on our day-to-day and just how locked in everything was with the team, with the gang we had, with the crib, with everybody. Like, this wasn't how you saw things going. This came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, it did come out of nowhere for sure. Like I said before, in the press conference, we were locked into the season. I felt, we were building something solid. But this was name of the game, name of the league. That's what happens. Stuff happens pretty quickly, and you try to figure it out. So, it wasn't something I was planning on doing at, All-Star break, but it just happened that way.
And I think people think it was, Kyrie's gone, I'm out. I don't think it was that. I think it was bigger than that. And then, the best I could tell, you guys came together, rich team, and kind of figured out a plan, like going forward. Is that how it broke down?
Figuring out a plan for the team, trying to figure out a plan for the team first, seeing where the team was going to go. I had 3 more years on my contract and getting older too, so I wanted to figure out what it looked like going forward. And we all sat down and talked about it, and we looked at both sides and said, this will work for both sides, and we made it happen.
Yeah, I think they got a haul. I think you guys got what you wanted. It was very interesting trade. It was, it's been thrown around since the summer, obviously, all that, but, they got a lot of picks. Michael Bridges, I thought they ended up with a really great team.
Yeah, I felt, exactly. I mean, you get 2 starters to come back, along with some draft capital that can, that's good for your future, especially in the Nets, and have the picks with, trading away James. We got a couple guys from getting Bam back, but there's a lot of picks you got, and that's what a lot of teams are looking for, is first-round picks. So I feel like they got some players that they can build around, and also some draft capital. So I feel like it worked out, and it's for us on the Suns, it's just about me getting on the floor, building chemistry, trying to figure out how we're gonna play on both sides of the ball, seeing where I can factor in.
Yeah, look, it was tough. I don't think it was easy. Your emotional press conference, people thought that was fake. I'm watching like, damn, he's really giving it up. I I went to a show at Barclays like 2 days later. I'm seeing all the staffers I know, and like it's a lot. Like we made real friends there, built real stuff there.
That's what people don't see. The stuff behind the scenes, the little interactions you have with everybody every day. You know, that stuff builds up over time. And that's the stuff that really don't get talked about. You know, so it's a lot of people that I seen on my way to work every day. You know how that is. You build up a family just from seeing somebody every day. We might not have long conversations, but we say what's up on our journey, and you know, you feel like you walking it with them. So I had a lot of those type of people in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And everywhere I play, every day means something. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not going through the motions while I'm out there. It's just, you know, so I'm in the moment. I'm building relationships. You know, people seeing my personality every day, and like you feeling comfortable and settling in the place, and then you move. You know, so yeah, it's an adjustment period. But you know, I feel like I can do what I do anywhere. I feel like, you know, I can operate in any environment and still be myself. So I'm looking forward to doing that here.
Yeah, I know. From my vantage point, it was crazy. You know what I mean? Even talking to you and kind of seeing some of the process, it was still like boom, 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 and then like you said, you have this family there.
Yeah.
And I'm in New York, so I'm like, you know, I'm come to the game, and you know, I can only imagine for you how just so much shit.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of the game. That's part of the league. You know, you deal with it, move on, keep pushing. The good thing about it is like we built. Like I said, what we built in New York with 35B boardroom, I think that can sustain regardless. It was like that before I got to New York. So we building every day, and you know, regardless of where I'm at, still hold the flag.
A lot of great relationships with fans out there, with the staff, with the team in general. So I mean, yeah, it's tough, but
I know those relationships don't always last, you know, because there's people that's going to work and that I work with, and the training staff and the front office that's going to bounce around the league as well, you know. So it's just one big family in the NBA. I think that goes, you know, a lot of people don't truly understand, you know, that the NBA is a huge family. We got, you know, friends and family on all different types of teams, so relationships going to, you know, keep going if you keep, you know, if you keep that, put that work in with that individual.
All right, let's do morning TV talk before we move on, because I want to talk about your future and the current as well as you're working your back on the court. But when you look back the 4 years, the 7 era, you've changed numbers now. Hey, your dog might need a new name. I don't know. When you look back, like the grand totality of your career, like what do you feel about that? To me, and I'm not gonna step on your answer here, but to spend that time recovering from the Achilles and to show you're still that guy, and to have those moments you have, like I think it was a success. I know we get on TV in the morning and go, they didn't have a title this thing. What do you feel like when you look back? Because I know you want to win titles too, even though it's not every.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that we didn't get a chance to really build what we wanted to build, because like I said, we only played a few games together. That's the disappointing side of it, because obviously every time every player steps on the floor, we want to win the game and we want to win the season. So yeah, we had the talent to go far in the playoffs, and I wanted to build on that. And I felt like after that 2021 season, we had an opportunity to build on that, even though guys were injured, but we seen something that year. So I get that part of the spectators and people saying that was a failure, because they wanted to see it work and we wanted to see it work. But on the same side, I felt like I maximize every day as a pro. Like I get the most out of myself every day. So I would never say anything I do is a failure. If I don't get the most out of myself, if I go through the motions, not work as hard, not go through, try to make every rep important, then yeah, I say I failed. But I feel like I get the most out of myself every day, and that's the most I can ask. That's the most I can do, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I tend to look at my career as I get older.
Yeah, I keep seeing a tweet from the summer from you. It's like the people who are in the gym with me, they know. And like I remember that. I remember the frustration after that series, and immediately like discussing like, here's what I can work on, here's what I can do. And then watching you do it in the gym, and like, again, like, I understand everyone is this process, and it's almost assumed. You are only gonna work for athlete. But I see, you know, the sweat equity you put in, and I'm like, nah, this shit meant a lot. Like, just because it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out for 29 games. But it means a lot, you know what I mean? And all throughout the league, Jason Tatum, he's worked on his game all summer, and even if they don't win the title, like, it meant a lot this year, and whomever player, you know. And so I seen that, and I knew, like, yo, this shit mattered. And even with the trade stuff in the summer, I saw how locked in you were and how focused you were. Did you feel like, now we're playing the what-if game, but Kyrie doesn't ask out, you guys improved. You guys had a real shot?
Yeah, man, we had